Does Godzilla have a theme song? Right, that was Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Right, because it kind of like sounds like a.
Just start the episode.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are
the NeuroNerds. Yes, that was on time.
I feel pretty good about that.
NeuroNerds.
All right, so Lauren just did the greatest Godzilla impression in the history of mankind. So I'm sure you heard it, but to actually see it, there was like hand movements involved. It was kind of like doggy paddling or
T-Rex arms.
It was T-Rex. It was really weird. But yeah, by the way, so we're going to talk a little bit about Godzilla because we're both Are you a Godzilla fan?
1999 was my first exposure.
No.
Yes, that was my first.
So your first exposure was a giant velociraptor.
Basically, and it was what's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Ferris Bueller.
I know.
Ferris Bueller, the hero.
I know.
Yeah, no, that was terrible.
With his little beret.
And he didn't have him. That's right. Yeah. So Godzilla is actually like good again. Not like good. Not that he's been evil, but like
I'm gonna get super intellectual on this.
Are you with Godzilla?
Yeah.
Because when I think Godzilla, I think let's have an intellectual conversation.
Yeah, totally. No. So again, because I have no life when I'm driving. I listen to videos or I listen to podcasts. And so there was one.
She also records herself while driving.
Not anymore.
Dangerously.
Not anymore.
I'm shaming you in front of other people because I fear for you.
I know. So I stopped.
I appreciate that.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
I do it at stoplights. Okay. As I'm drifting to the stoplight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say, I see the background moving.
But do you notice like it stops?
Eventually.
Anyways. No, so I was listening to one, I think it was by Cinefex, and they were talking about the history of Godzilla and what it came out, and actually Godzilla was a metaphor.
For?
Hiroshima.
That's right.
Disaster, and what human beings playing with powers beyond their ken, like beyond their right, and what that does. So the original Godzilla, of course, was a product of Hiroshima or Nagasaki, of nuclear radiation, right? Mutation. And so they documented the changes of Godzilla because like Godzilla then so first he was like, let's destroy all of Tokyo. Let's destroy all the cities. Then he was a friend again. And then he was this weird cartoon thing. And then, or like weird, like puppet thing. And then they had a reboot. And then it was no longer from radiation. It had to do with commerce or something, or like capitalism. And it had to do with like genetic testing and mutation that was caused by humans. Right. And then they had another resurgence when it went weird again. And then they did it again. So then you had another one about nuclear radiation powers. Like that's what caused this. I keep using the word mutation, but mutation in this Komodo dragon thing. Right.
That's weird.
Or iguana, whatever he is, right?
It's just weird.
So if we think about the 1999 version.
Let's try not to, but like for
he was caused by radiation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, again, nuclear testing. It wasn't Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Mm-hmm. It was testing in the South Pacific. Right. Right?
And it awoke something.
Right. Or it was a dinosaur. Like there was all these other like origin stories.
Right.
And then in the one that was in 2014, again,
he came from
these mutos, right?
The breach,
right?
Because technically he's a kaiju,
right? And try to tie. It's kind of a muto,
yeah,
like a muto, whatever.
Yeah. And there's more of him,
exactly. And then you had it wasn't Mothra. What was the name of the one in that movie? The weird. They were mutos, whatever.
Yeah. The one with the
weird things.
That one,
yeah. And that movie wasn't exactly well executed for people who wanted to watch a monster movie.
It wasn't great. It
had good scenes.
It did. It was better than any of the like newer versions of Godzilla. It got me excited about Godzilla again.
But it took Godzilla again away from being a force of destruction and chaos to being some sort of protector of men.
Yeah,
Like
no.
trying to be the big bad, but protect like the little ants at the same time. Right?
Yeah.
And then Kong Skull Island was released again.
I really enjoyed that.
I kind of did.
I really enjoyed
like I
that.
did and I didn't. I love that Tom Hiddleston was in there, though.
That's right.
He
That's
was
huge.
fucking gorgeous in that movie. Dear God.
Because when I see movies, I'm like, I got to make sure I see this because this guy is very good looking.
Yeah,
it's the only
Loki.
reason I went to see it.
It's Loki.
Had nothing to do with the action.
Nope.
Had nothing to do with the story.
Nope.
Had nothing to do with anything other than that's a good looking dude.
No, you know what? It had to do with the fact that Loki and Samuel Blackson was in there.
That's true. Yes.
Yep.
Wait. You know what's really funny? So the shitty Godzilla, the one
Yeah.
where he looked like a giant velociraptor,
Yeah.
the Maximoff twins
Mhm.
were together. Wait, were they together? No. It's not
Yeah,
that one. In this
yeah.
one.
No,
The 2014 one.
of Godzilla, not Kong.
Yeah, Godzilla.
Yeah,
That
they were husband
and wife,
Yeah.
which is very weird.
Incest is the best cest.
Apparently, like MCU is just going Game of Thrones. They're like, this is just let's make this happen.
Speaking of, I think in the next one, who is in this next one? Charles Dance, Tywin Lannister, is in the new Godzilla.
Is he really
In King of the Monsters? I watched the trailer. I was like, whatever.
No. The trailer, I was excited.
No, I mean, it was okay. Like, again, I was like, oh, it's a monster movie. I'm not a big fan of Pacific Rim. Doesn't do it for me. I know. My parents love Pacific Rim. I don't.
The new one, Uprising, I haven't seen, to be honest. Kind of looks terrible.
Yeah.
I fear it's going to be awful. The first Pacific Rim is one of my favorite sci-fi action movies because as a dude, as me being forever 13, it's giant monsters
Yes.
versus giant robots.
Well, I was having flashbacks to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is
It's
cool,
a lot like that. It's a
which is
lot like
totally cool. And I'm like, and I love mecha anime. So like I used to watch Gundam Wing. So I love Gundams.
Of course.
Shut up.
Of course you do.
But Gundam Wing was the shit, dude. So was Big O. Like those were the
so
best.
is Psy and his Gangnam Style. Come on.
It's Gangnam.
Okay.
Gangnam and Gundam, two different languages, two completely different
What
spellings.
I feel like you're shaming me.
Because that was ignorant. Psy is Korean.
You know what?
Gundam is Japanese.
I'm good with that.
Right?
I'm good with that.
And I just want to say it's Gangnam,
Gangnam?
K-or-G-A-N-G-N-A-M, Gangnam, which is an area in Korea. And then you have Gundam, G-U-N-D-A-M.
Not Gangnam
No.
style?
No,
Okay. Those are three different. They're not all the same.
you ignorant townie.
I'm good with being an ignorant townie. So the new one,
Yeah, it's called Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
which he is, there was that really cool scene where he's like breathing his fire breath into the air.
So the premise...
That was aight.
Yeah, like if you haven't seen the trailer, go see it. The premise is, so again, a new premise, a new reason for these kaiju or mutos is humans have destroyed the earth, and these monsters, these kaiju are dormant deep in the earth in different areas, and they're supposed to be the protectors of earth or something, and then there's the destroyers of earth, and so the only way to save Earth's atmosphere or something, or to save the environment or climate change, whatever, is they have to wake up the mutos. They have to wake up the kaiju.
You have to let them fight. Oh, no, wait.
That was
the
a
first
horrible
Godzilla.
Ken Watanabe.
It was.
Yes.
Oh, horrible
Yes.
or horribly entertaining?
Wow. No.
No, yeah, I'll go with horrible. It was pretty bad.
So, and so what it looks like is that there was some beautiful, what do you call it? Imagery, some cinematography going on, like with Mothra's wings opening up.
No, you know what was
It was
crazy?
so beautiful.
So Mothra, just him like waving his wings, like the
Yeah.
whole city caught
Yes.
fire. That was amazing.
No, it wasn't Mothra.
It was
the
the
pterodactyl looking thing.
Yes, Gira
Something.
that one.
So the ones that you could see, I couldn't see them all because honestly, I watched the trailer once. You had Godzilla, you had Mothra, so again, don't judge us. You had the three-headed
thing.
devil
That's
thingy.
Gira
Yeah.
something.
Which is evil.
And did they have Godzuki?
Which one's that one?
That's like mini Godzilla.
Godzilla's kid.
Yeah.
No, was not in there.
Because I could have sworn I saw like a little turtle-ish looking thing, and I'm like, is that Godzuki?
I think there is a turtle one, but I don't think it was Godzuki. And then there was like this pterodactyl bird that comes out of the volcano.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So it looks like that because I think this is whoever owns the rights to Godzilla. I think it's Warner Brothers. So
I'm pretty sure it is.
this was supposed to be the spawning of the MonsterVerse, which is why they had King Kong.
Enough of these verses.
Yeah, they're trying to do what the MCU did.
I'll say this. I really want to see Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, I think they're coming up with it. That's what they're setting the stage.
And ideally, what I want to happen is they fight each other. It's dope. And then at the end, they fight together because they're both kind of like good dudes, right?
True.
It would be epic. It would be what Batman versus Superman should have been.
But how do you feel? Okay, but how do you feel about Godzilla being a good guy?
I love it.
Yeah?
I actually really, really like it. King Kong being a good guy, that was weird, I guess.
See, I almost would rather, like, I love Godzilla for as bad as the 1999 movie was, and it was bad.
It was so bad.
Like, that was my introduction to Godzilla, and I'm like, oh, I like Godzilla. He's like a really cool Barney.
I can't, no matter what's said ever, Godzilla will forever be now a really cool Barney. Wow.
I was 10. But seriously, but like, so that was I like the idea of a good one, but then when I go back and I'm looking what original
the
Godzilla
old school
was,
ones, yeah.
And then also like the way the type of Godzilla monster was treated, like in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they were the villains.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? And I think maybe as a Western audience, I would rather see King Kong as a primate be more of a good guy. I don't know.
It would because
he had love for the woman, like that love saves and love.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
Like their sex life is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, we don't need to think that far about it. No. It could just be compassion.
I'm gonna start some fan fiction.
There is fan fiction,
and whatever you do, don't Google that.
I'm sure there's also like Godzilla and King Kong pairing. Like anything you can think of, the internet has already done.
Yeah, I know it's a disturbing place. But so my King Kong is. You know, the circus, not the circus. They show him off and like breaks the chains. He climbs the building. That's like, this was weird to see King Kong like on his own island.
Right.
And being like the alpha. So that was really cool. Like Godzilla to me is kind of like, he's like a bodyguard. You know, he's like, hey, like, let's everybody be cool. Oh, you're not going to be cool? Cool. We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to get this bully out of here.
Okay.
So I kind of like Godzilla as like the Earth's protector.
Who was the bad guy in the 1999 version? There was no bad guy, right? Or was it the military?
I think it was the military.
Right?
Yeah.
So
do you want to know one of my favorite scenes from that? You know, Jean Reno?
Yeah.
He's the guy who played the professional.
Yeah.
That he has like this super thick accent.
Love him in there,
and like there was a bunch of other foreign dudes. And like he handed all the foreign dudes that were going into like the US military base, he gave them all gum.
Yeah.
And they're like, why gum? And they're like, oh, it makes you look more American.
Yep.
And then so like the officers, like he shines the light in the back and all the soldiers are like chewing gum.
Yeah.
They all looked American.
And when he goes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
No women, no kids. Oh wait, no, that was a different movie. That was a professional.
I do like that movie. No, I like Leon.
Same thing.
Is that the same movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Leon is the.
Is
that the name of his character?
Yes, Leon.
Okay. Leon.
Leon the La Profesional.
There you go. That's right. And young Natalie Portman.
Oh, that's a weird movie. It's one of my favorites. Makes me cry.
Aww.
Gary Oldman is incredible. Bring me everyone.
Gary
What do you mean,
Oldman
everyone? Everyone.
Gary Oldman is like royalty, like nerd movie royalty.
Did I ever tell you I met him?
No.
Did I ever tell you he might be?
Did he touch your butt too?
No, he didn't. I touched his. No, I'm just kidding. Hashtag him as well. So I shook his hand. Like, he's like, I was like, hey, you know, I was like, I just want to say hi. I'm a huge fan. He's like the nicest dude in the world. So I don't get intimidated with any. I live in LA.
Yeah.
We
run into people.
Seriously, George Clooney's touched my butt. Play basketball with him. Play basketball with Jamie. Like a bunch of other people. So it's like whatever. I don't really get intimidated.
Yes.
I was a little afraid to go up to him because he's played some of the most vicious villains in the history of cinema. Yes. So I was like,
who's your favorite villain that he's played?
The professional.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually, you know what? I take that back. Fifth Element.
Yes, I was about to say that too.
He's so weird.
With that cowboy accent.
And that weird
and the black blood.
And his teeth. Yes. It was so weird. I like the little plastic thing that he had on the bald side.
Yes.
That movie's a hot mess, but I love every second of it.
I also like him in I think it's Hannibal.
Yes,
Mason
where he
has
all
the different deformity. I love him. He's such an amazing actor.
I actually just saw him last night in The Dark Knight. We were watching The Dark Knight, and he was the perfect Jim Gordon.
Yeah, he really is.
You know, I love Gary Oldman.
I love.
He was like such a nice guy. Like he was like, oh, thank you, I really appreciate it. He was like super, super nice.
So he wasn't like a super jaded celebrity with no time for his fans.
No, not at all, which is awesome.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yes, I know.
I have many a story, but like he was awesome. He was like the coolest cat in the world. I was like, oh man, Gary Oldman, you're cool,
right?
I kind of want to stab you.
Oh.
I was gonna be like an obsessive fan. No, too much. Don't stab celebrities, people.
Oh my God. Dude, if something happens now, it's premeditated.
You know why I'm acting out? Because Lauren beats me. See how I bring it back?
What?
See how I bring it back? So I'm really excited. So I'm kind of done with the verses.
Yeah, so am I.
So the dark universe.
Yeah, that
which was
sucked.
the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah. So I saw
that's all they could afford.
It was so bad. So like Tom Cruise, if you haven't seen The Mummy, don't see it. It's bad. The ending is really, really cool. Like the ending is it's the coolest part of the movie.
Okay.
But that's not saying much because the movie was awful. Tom Cruise ends up being the Mummy.
Oh, I did. Spoiler alert.
Nobody cares. This movie's terrible.
I could have I actually guessed it because I haven't seen the movie, but I figured in my head, like, what's the typical twist? The hero becomes the bad guy.
Yeah. That was cool.
I was always really resentful that they called it The Mummy. I'm like, excuse me, there was 2 movies. We don't talk about the third one. There was 2 movies that were really good about The Mummy, okay?
Brendan Fraser was awesome.
He was awesome in the 90s.
He was. He was.
Rachel Weisz, oh my goodness.
I love her.
I love her too.
You know who she is? She's Miss James Bond. Daniel Craig's chick.
Yeah, I know she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was... Yeah.
And about celebrity.
So Brendan Fraser, to me, his portrayal was a very cartoony version of Indiana Jones.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Oh, definitely.
And it was really good.
Yeah. It was over the top. I loved it.
What it was.
Yeah. Like, we're not talking about cinematic masterpieces.
No, not at all.
We're talking about like
mindless entertainment.
And you know what? I would put it past mindless entertainment as like good entertainment.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
For what it was. Especially when it came out around the time of Godzilla.
Right?
Right?
How do you blow Godzilla that badly, though? You know what I mean?
Bad. Too much CGI.
They're like, you know what was amazing? Jurassic Park. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take that raptor and just make him really big. Godzilla doesn't look like this.
No.
He doesn't.
He's a iguana / Komodo dragon.
You know what he is? He's Godzilla. That's what he is. He's Godzilla.
Yes, he is. He is Godzilla.
I love Godzilla. But yeah, enough with the verses. So the Godzilla Monsterverse, I guess.
Kaiju verse?
That's weird. Unless you're bringing in Pacific Rim, I'm out.
I wonder if they're going to try to link it.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I think it would be great. But, you know.
So we're going to have a mecha verse?
There's been Mecha Godzilla. Did you know about Mecha Godzilla?
Yeah, he was
robot version of Godzilla. Yeah. Really weird. So I dig Godzilla King Kong. I'm really excited to see like what happens. I don't want either one of them to be bad. I don't. Yeah. I want them to fight, but then be like, no, let's bring our powers together.
So yeah, again, the only real reason that was really getting me on like, oh, I want to watch this, besides the fact that
Tom Hiddleston is attractive.
Well, Tom Hiddleston's not in the movie. Honey.
He's not?
No. And also, he was really dumb in Kong. Why would you take off your gas mask when you're still in the gas? Regardless, moving on. Is Charles Dance. That's why I'm watching it, because he's Tywin Lannister. And he even said something about a king. There's a line. Oh,
he did.
And I literally was like, yes, Charles Dance. Yes, bring in the Game of Thrones reference.
What's the first movie you remember him from?
Game of Thrones.
Is it?
Yeah.
So I know him from The Golden Child.
I don't know what that is.
Eddie Murphy in his prime.
Okay.
He's looking for like
pre-Dr. Dolittle?
This is like 80s.
Okay.
This is like way far back. Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy. Like 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy. He was like top of his game. So Golden Child, he plays like a detective and he's searching for like this kid. And there's like all kinds of like mystical stuff happening. And basically Charles Dance is like the devil. He's like a demon. It's awesome. You definitely put that on your list. Okay. That needs to be seen.
Okay, now that you brought up the devil, what right? Segue. Do you have a favorite portrayal of the devil in movies?
Oh, I have a few.
I have a couple.
So, anything Anne Hathaway's ever done. Too much? No, I really like her. She won me over in where she played the princess in
Princess Diaries?
No. Where the white
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. So like I was super anti because I kind of think she's super pretentious and I hate her face. But then like she won me over. She was like, she might have been the best part of that movie. And I was like, all right, she's dope. And then when they were like, oh, she's going to be Catwoman, I'm like, F it, I'm done. It's going to be terrible. She was really good. So like I had to like, you know, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I was super, super wrong. But yeah, every other movie she's ever done, she's been terrible and very unlikable.
Okay, so other than Anne Hathaway.
Constantine.
Yes, the Russian actor who is he's always playing awesome characters.
Yes, Armageddon. He played the Russian dude, the cosmonaut,
and in Bad Boys 2, he was the Russian gangster, and in 22 Jump Street, he was a Russian gangster as well.
Yes, he was. I love him. I thought he was great, and that interpretation was like it was really over the top and intense,
but it made sense
for that movie in that world. It was perfect. I really, really enjoyed that.
Any other ones that you like?
Oh man,
I'm gonna jump on with another Keanu Reeves movie, Devil's Advocate. Al Pacino.
Oh, Pacino was a dope devil. I never met Pacino, but he literally, when I say literally, like he literally ran by me. He's so cute, little. He's so small.
Yeah,
you tower over him,
especially in my shoes.
You barefoot. You could be on your knees and you might still tower over him. He's a tiny dude. Stop.
Next. But one of my favorites is actually Viggo Mortensen played the devil.
Did he? Wait.
There's a movie.
In what?
I think it was a made for TV movie. It's called The Prophecy from 1995.
With Christopher Walken?
Yeah. So Christopher Walken played Gabriel, right? He's coming down and he's pissed off at God or whatever. And so he's doing his thing. But
what's that Viggo Mortensen?
He was the devil, and he was this like creepy, like I don't know. It was fabulous. So in The Prophecy, he really plays up like the seductive demon, but he's like not overt. And he's just, you have this like creepy dark energy around him, and he has like long hair again, and he's just like it's awesome. And seeing him against Christopher Walken is like you can't ask for more.
I'm a big fan of Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I like the way he talks.
So do I.
You know, it's and I like how he talked about the watch in Pulp Fiction. I put it in my ass. I've been damned. I love Walken. So are you watching a show called Castle Rock, or have you heard anything about Castle Rock?
Castle Rock, not watching.
Holy shit. It's incredible. So are you a fan of Stephen King?
Yes.
And this puts all of
that's right.
It puts everything together. Like it in this universe. Talk about verses,
right?
In this, like all of the Stephen King books are all together. It takes place at Shawshank because Stephen King did Shawshank Redemption, which is crazy. It talks about Cujo.
What about Green
Stand
Mile?
By Me? Everything you can think of is in this, and it's really, really crazy. So I think I'm trying not to spoil anything for anybody, but I think the main guy who's a Sarsgaard, the dude who plays it, Pennywise. I'm pretty sure he's either a demon or the devil.
Ooh.
So some like really crazy bugged out things happening. It's sci-fi-y, and it's so good. It's creepy. It's a mystery. It ties in a bunch of stuff. It's really good. So like there's 6 episodes. I'm 6 episodes in.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's fantastic.
Because I was gonna say when you said Stephen King, so then there's 2 other The Langoliers was not a devil movie. That was creepy as fuck. If you ever see the Langoliers.
Oh, actually, I have a perfect devil.
But the devil I'm thinking from Stephen King is The Stand.
Oh, I remember The Stand.
That like long hair, Fabio-esque kind of wearing full jeans and cowboy boots and a jean jacket.
Can I tell you who the best devil was ever? Dave Grohl in The Pick of Destiny, the Tenacious D movie.
No, I got a better one.
He was awesome.
I got a better one. Little Nicky.
Oh,
you have all the devils there. What's his name? I can't get any respect, even in hell. Rodney Dangerfield.
Take my wife, please. It's a Sandler. I love Sandler so much. And
there's some movies that can't, like most of the time his humor I can't watch.
It just turned into
like Billy Madison.
Billy Madison is a top
tier.
Little
Nicky.
Little Nicky was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy was really, really good. It was actually sweet. It was touching. Then he did like Jack and Jill. Oh my God. I couldn't get through that movie. And I love terrible movies. Lauren.
Yeah, this is true.
I love awful movies.
I know you do.
I couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
I'm Forever 13. it was too immature for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. Waterboy was great.
I love Waterboy.
Waterboy's fantastic. But yeah, all the
H2O.
no, when
The water sucks.
it really sucks.
The water sucks.
Gatorade.
H2O.
No, when the kid goes through and the coach has like nipple rings and he goes,
Oh yeah.
oh, it's great. See, if we had like video, you would have seen what I did. It was really bad.
Yeah.
It would. I don't know. There are a lot more devil movies.
Well, I think when we get into like religious and haunting movies, but like non-scary movies.
Stigmata y messenger non importante.
We already talked about this. In our scary movies.
It's my favorite.
I know, me too.
Favorites.
Are you going to go see The Nun?
Yes, I think so because I love that whole world.
Is the same director and whatever? No, it's different.
Wan,
right?
James Wan.
Yeah.
I think he's like executive producer, which basically means he gets paid for it,
Yeah.
but doesn't really have much to do with it.
Yeah.
But next April 19th, you have to go support my friend.
Yes, this is true.
La Llorona. She's the weeping woman.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
You're making fun of me.
I
aren't
was
you?
trying not to. It's La Llorona.
Yeah, she's.
I had this face where I was like, "Don't do it, Lauren. Don't do it." But
No,
you actually said, "Yeah, it was not right."
Yes. I my bad.
Okay, but here we're gonna tie it back to. Okay, see, this is how we do it. We tie it back. So Vera Farmiga, who plays the Warren, the wife in The Conjuring.
Yeah.
She is in Godzilla, the new one. She's a scientist.
She is.
Yes!
I really like her.
Yes, I know.
She's a very powerful character. Every
Yes.
person she's played. She played Norman Bates' mom.
Yes, she did.
She did in Bates Motel. I
Yes.
saw a couple of seasons of that. It was really good. But then
Yeah.
it was like, I'm good. Rihanna's in the show. I'm out.
But see, we brought it back to kaiju or mutos.
Is that basically the same thing?
I don't know. I've seen people using
kaiju is just giant monster.
Yes.
Right? And mutos are basically mutated creatures. Right?
So what I've seen interchangeably used is muto or muto with kaiju. If anyone knows if there's a specification, because again, I haven't really delved into the giant monster realm too much.
What nerd?
Yeah, I know.
You don't know this?
Nope.
I am blown away.
If it was anime and we're talking about like Inuyasha, I got you. Dude.
I
got you.
I don't even know what that means.
I was like, he's like that.
Oh,
was not
I do know what
English.
that means.
You know Inuyasha?
Yes, the white hair or something.
with dog ears.
See, I kind of know things.
My favorite is Sesshomaru. Oh, he's so hot and sexy.
I'm sure that's not true because it's a cartoon character, right?
How dare you?
It's a cartoon character.
Yeah, so?
Well, that's true. Have you ever seen Lion King where like Simba jumps on Nala?
Yes, this is Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
And she
They're feeling something.
She gives him the sexy eyes.
She gives him she gives him the come hither look.
How disturbing is this conversation right now?
Only the best for our listeners.
Forever 13.
Okay, so if you could have any giant monster movie though, what would you have?
Oh man.
Right?
Oh man. You know what I would have? I would have Godzilla versus the Iron Giant.
No, but the Iron Giant, he's such a sweetheart.
He is, but there was this theory about the movie that like at any moment the Iron Giant could go crazy and murder everybody.
What was this theory?
Because he was a destroyer.
Yeah, he was a protocol, whatever.
Right?
Like a Terminator.
So he kind of like became, like he shifted. What happens if he shifts back?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what happens?
But that's anyone. They're one bad day away.
That's very true. But this is a robot.
Yes.
This
is Terminator, basically. This is the T-1000.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I would do that. So I would get a giant monster fighting a T-1000.
That is so dumb.
Why is that dumb? Terminators are dope. It'd be like Ready Player One. You just get all of these things and you just put them in one movie. I still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
But I'm excited to.
You know what? What I would like to see, and I don't know if we would ever get it, honestly, is a good reboot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus.
It's too hard.
I know it is, but like that's what I would love to see is like a good, really good reboot. And it doesn't even have to be a reboot. Can it just be the original Rangers, like not the actors, but the original characters? Follow the original storyline.
Right. Just update it.
Just update it. Instead of it being in a juice, like the juice bar where there's a whatever, it's now creation juice or pressed juice. Like that's it. Right? Like it's still a juice bar. But
yeah, I got to get me some kale, guys.
But have it go against a kaiju. Have it go against Godzilla or Mothra. Like I would like to see that.
That would be cool. But
like
it's
Rita brought them.
so for me, Power Rangers, it's really, really hard to translate on screen because
True.
you can't. It's either going to be too kiddie, or it's going to be
too serious,
way too serious, like the one that they just tried to do.
Yeah, they haven't found a good balance point for it.
I think James Gunn, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, or Tai Waititi, he did Ragnarok.
Taika?
Is it Taika? Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
I think they have the vision to make it work.
Yes.
Because they can balance out like something really serious and kind of badass.
With lightheartedness.
So lighthearted. So happy.
At least our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was lighthearted because it was a kid's show.
It was.
It still dealt with important things, but it couldn't be serious. Like it could not be Dawn of Justice.
Oh, you mean Dong of Justin? Yeah, the movie was terrible. The movie was,
I'm sorry.
But I still have faith.
You do?
I do.
Oh, we've discussed this where you are pleasantly optimistic.
I am.
And I just don't want to be disappointed again.
Half full. The glass is half full.
Yeah, because I'm a 4 and you're a 6.
See, we're both 5s.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
So many.
It was Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, seriously, with bat nipples.
And bat butt. Don't forget about bat butts.
I know.
You can't forget about bat butts.
Card.
Oh yeah. That, right then and there, I was like, this.
You knew it was done.
It's over. Like it's so bad. Tommy Lee Jones was a really good Joker, though. He was.
No, he was Two-Face, sweetheart.
No, he was a really good Joker. That portrayal was actually funny. So I saw Two-Face yesterday, like last night, and Aaron Eckhart was awesome.
Oh, I know.
And he would have been great as like a main villain, like for another Batman movie. Right. And it's funny because Christopher Nolan, apparently like, everybody was telling Aaron Eckhart, oh, you might be in the next Batman, the third one. And he didn't know what was going on. So he said he was on a beach with his family and he sees some dude walking on the beach, like from a distance. And as it got closer, it was Christopher Nolan. And he was like, oh. And so Christopher Nolan was like, hey, so, I know you've been hearing a lot of rumors about Two-Face being the next Batman, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah. He's like, he's not. And that was it. He's like, he basically turned around and walked away. But like he came out to like this private beach to tell him in person, you're not going to be in the third Batman.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? So if you think about Christopher Nolan, he's never really made a bad movie. Everything he's done has been incredible.
No, agreed. So moving on, I was trying to figure out like, okay, so if we're not going to get Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
You know what? I would love to see. Well, and again, I hesitate to say this because I have yet to see like American directors or producers really like take anime and bring it well to the screen. Ghost in the Shell, like come on, Akira and stuff like that.
Dude, I was so disappointed with that.
It's so difficult. And so, but I would love to see. Now, I know you didn't watch anime. Did you ever hear of something called Gundam Wing Endless Waltz?
Yes.
Okay. So.
And they had little toys. I know
yes.
those.
So Gundam Wing was the series. So Gundam is an overarching mecha like universe. And then you had different versions of Gundam. You had different series within Gundam. And the Gundam Wing was the one that got picked up by Cartoon Network. And so they had these.
That's probably why I know it.
Yeah, exactly. They were on Adult Swim. And so, but what I would love, not Adult Swim, is Gundam Wing then had a full-length movie called Endless Waltz. And so and they had amazing music and it was so beautifully done. But I want to see a live action version of it. I don't know if we're there technologically to have really good visuals.
Yeah. So my anime is Attack on Titan, which is mind blowing. Yeah. It's so good.
It's so I can't get into it because it'd be something I'd be stuck in. So I can't.
It's very intense, and the season is like 26 episodes. It's long, so it's really it's incredible. And they did a live action movie that was awful. The CGI was terrible. It was just, and it's like these giant monster. It was
like Dragon Ball or Avatar.
Oh gosh, the last Airbender, not like Avatar.
Both.
Dragon Ball was awful. I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan. There's like a lot of people who are like hardcore Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Are you one?
I was. My brother beats me on the hardcore fan, but like my favorite arc was the Frieza arc when Frieza was there. I've lost you.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I also love Piccolo. I think he's awesome.
I like
Vegeta. I always love
Vegeta. Oh, yeah, of course. Vegeta.
Because he's a bad guy.
Who's a little racist looking blue dude? Yeah, like if you look at him, he looks like a propaganda painting. It's really weird. I'll look it up and I'll show it to you afterwards, and you're going to be like, "What is that?" It's really weird.
I'm not quite sure which one
Yeah. It's really bugged out. I've never been a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. And then I was like, oh, let me check out the movie. I saw like 10 minutes. I was like, I'm out. I can't do this.
Nope.
No.
And like, we don't need a white kid in it.
No. But you know when you need a white kid? Avatar, The Last Airbender.
That's the other thing is if it's coming from an anime, like I with Crazy Rich Asians coming out, like that's like the first movie where it's all Asian main characters and stuff like that. Like if they're going to bring, because there are some amazing movies in Korean cinema, Japanese cinema. Like if they want to bring those concepts, those animes, those TV shows, they need, like, we don't need a white kid.
Train to Busan?
Train to Busan? I haven't seen it.
That's a zombie one on a train.
Okay. Is it like the Chris Evans movie, but with zombies?
Kind of. Okay. Apparently, it's like an incredible movie. Like, it's super, super dope.
Okay.
You know me, I'm not a fan of reading, period.
Yeah, I know.
So let alone subtitles. But saw a trailer and I'm like, yeah, this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a thing. So Midnight in Busan, I don't know, something in Busan. And it's like, it's zombies on a train, not like snakes on a plane. It's really, really good. I'm like super, super in. Why are there, it's weird. We'll just take the cartoon and then just make it real.
Yeah, like
don't make like I think a lot of directors or writers, they're like, okay, well, that was a cool concept, but I want to make it my own.
Right.
Just go with the original. Make that happen. Respect that source material.
Yes. And then the fans.
Absolutely. And don't make giant changes. Like if you're gonna change like some subtle things.
Yeah, to make it more believable or set in a non-Asian country or something like Baymax, Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6 was really good.
They retconned World War II basically, so that's why you had San Fran, Tokyo. Like that works in that universe.
It does, and it don't just be like, oh, well, Scarlett Johansson is hot right now, and she's dope as Scarlett or as a Black Widow. So,
and I do love ScarJo, but I was also like, girl,
I love her.
I know, but I was like, girl, you Ghost in the Shell, no. Ghost in the Shell is one of the biggest animes of all time,
and they butchered it.
Yeah,
and they butchered it. Some of the visuals were really cool. It could have gone somewhere. They butchered it.
Ghost in the Shell is like touching Akira. Akira is another post-apocalyptic.
Akira is one of those movies that is like, I keep on reading, it's going to be impossible to turn into a movie. They said the same thing with Watchmen.
This is true.
But like,
and Watchmen wasn't that.
I
enjoyed it. It just wasn't.
Have you seen the director's cut? It's 4 hours.
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
Yes.
It gave a lot more.
There's so many movies that are butchered from the theatrical version. The ones that come to mind are like Alexander. Everyone was like, it was a dumb movie. If you actually sit and watch the final cut, there was like 7 versions of that movie.
There were.
Before Ron Howard got to actually like do his movie. It was actually really good. And then the other one is Kingdom of Heaven with
Legolas.
With Orlando Bloom. If you watch the whole movie, it's a much better movie than if you watch the theatrical version.
So on everyone's list of worst superhero movies of all time is Daredevil.
Yes, the Ben Affleck version. Yeah,
Jennifer Gardner.
It's right
Daredevil.
there with Elektra.
Yes. So there's a director's cut of Daredevil that makes the movie. So the movie is clearly an F.
Yes.
If you watch the director's cut, it turns it into a C. It's an adequate superhero movie. It's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not the worst superhero movie ever. It's like Mystery
Men. Or is Mystery Men better? I love Mystery Men.
Mystery Men significantly better.
Okay.
I really love it. I love Mystery Men. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, it turns a terrible movie into like, oh, this is acceptable.
A palatable movie.
Yeah. It's not filet mignon, but it's not Sizzler.
So I think that's where when I'm looking at like these kaiju movies, we're looking at Godzilla, we're looking at Mothra and everyone coming in. I'm always like, guys, don't change too much. The source material is amazing. So like if they decide to take on animes because it's suddenly mainstream and super cool, right? I'm like, it was always really super nerdy cool, okay? Like some of us, that's what we did. Like I told you, I didn't even have the DVDs. I had to borrow VCDs, guys.
Oh my.
VCDs of horribly subbed anime because I would not do the dubbed trash, okay?
I like dubbed trash.
No. Read the subs. And especially bad subs where you have to translate the subtitles
yourself
and try to figure out through context what's going on.
I'm exhausted just thinking about that.
But like, so I really kind of dig that they're trying to bring like this other culture kind of things.
But respect it.
Yeah, respect it. So I know further on, they're going to want to touch some of those classics.
They're going to.
Like Akira.
Akira apparently has been in the works for like years, but it's bounced from director to director to director, and they haven't been able to make it stick yet.
No one wants to be the director that fucks up Akira.
That's true. That's hey, but somebody's going to have to and butcher it so badly that they're just going to be like, all right, well now it can't be that bad. So whoever's going to do it the next time is like, oh, it's not going to be as bad.
That's so bad. Like I think the best Western movie I've seen so far of an anime was the Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Yeah, the animated one, right? Yeah, it was entertaining. Yeah, it wasn't great,
and it was good world building. Mm-hmm. It was good explanation of the world in there. Good actors they had in there. Ming Na, who's the voice of Mulan.
Oh yeah,
in there.
I love Ming Na one. She's great. She was also in Jungle Fever.
Yeah, she was.
So these things are classics for a reason. These are like all-time great characters and stories for a reason.
Yes.
Leave it alone. You tell that story.
Yeah, you don't need to put your own special mark on it.
No, I know you want to be dope. Yeah. Do that with the way it's shot.
I was gonna say, I see you, Michael Bay. I see you, Michael Bay.
Right. Oh, you know what this needs? A giant explosion.
Sometimes it does, but not every 5 minutes.
I think he can like redo I don't know, tell the story of Gandhi or like Amadeus, and it'd be like, you know what we need right here? We need this building to explode. It was ridiculous.
I was actually just watching Amadeus the other night. Play Salieri.
Amadeus. Oh yeah, I think it's hilarious. Yeah, the guy that played him, that was actually really cool. So when I first saw it, I was really, really young. I didn't really understand it, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, I was a musician, so I understood it. I was a pianist. I am a pianist.
I wish I was a musician.
But you're dating one.
I am. I'm dating an amazing musician. It hasn't rubbed off on me. Yeah. I try. It just doesn't make sense.
Let's get you back to reading first.
I know, slowly but surely. Again, like us all, I am a work in progress.
Yeah. Like the Monsterverse.
I'm pro Monsterverse. I'm just not pro Dark Universe.
Agreed.
Yeah, that can just go bite my butt. Yes. That's terrible.
Yes.
So do you want to know where I saw the Mummy?
No.
On the plane home from China.
Wow.
Yes. I don't know what was worse, China or the Mummy.
That's the one where you got your passports taken from you, right?
Yes, that's where I was like, I just got it.
Yeah, you were held against your will.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be a movie. I was like, they're going to throw me in a Chinese prison. This sucks. You want to know what they would do? Just have the Mummy going on repeat.
You know what? You know who would have saved you? I would have had to become Black Widow and Widow and come save you.
All right. Talk about fan fiction. You need to write that story.
No, let's like film this like as a Patreon thing. Yeah. All right, guys. So in case you can't tell, there will be a Patreon at some point.
Yep.
And so certain people will get to see this horrible movie of me rescuing Joe from a Chinese.
Boom. She's going to throw me over her shoulder.
I actually can't.
I might be unconscious because normally that's how she carries me out of the room. When she beats me, that's just going to be the running gag now.
I'm like, people are going to really think that we're minimizing abuse and that I really do hurt you.
You know what's really funny? So like a lot of like the background photos is just going to be me flinching or me like laying down on a floor and you laughing. Yeah, it's going to be terrible.
Wow.
These are all cries for help. When we do the photo shoot, because we're going to do like a NeuroNerd photo shoot because we realized we're amazing, right? We didn't realize that, we just are, but we realized we don't have like a whole hell of a lot of pictures together.
No, we don't.
Like we've been at like a few events and things together and we like snap like a selfie, but we don't really have pictures of each other. So we're going to do a NeuroNerd photo shoot and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hit 2 or 3 times along the way.
Now I'm going to do it on purpose with a weapon. All right, guys.
I'm so scared.
So, again, go out and see Godzilla. Tell us what you think, your opinions. Is there any anime or film from another country that's too sacred to touch?
Yeah, so surprise us. You'll surprise me, but Lauren knows all about the anime. Like, let's see if you guys are on the same page.
I don't know them all, but I know enough.
she does. So as always, the NeuroNerds, we are here to help. Reach out to us, me, Joso Rocks, at everything. Lauren L. Manzano at everything. The NeuroNerds.
And thanks to Avid for supporting our, not our channel, but our podcast.
Yeah, we sound this good because of them. They are amazing, as are we.
Yep.
And on that note, NeuroNerds out.